Vomimboda prango, vomimboda prangola, voali mais voltujar. Thanks and praise. Much love and respect, dissidents. Welcome back. You caught me in between projects here, but I want to kind of summarize some of the things I've been pointing at briefly in one larger net, a larger reticulum. That's a constellation. The white fragility aspect of this zeta landing on the cancer of the chariot card, it's a higher echelon of resonance to the chariot card that is so well supported in ways that are just vast and magnificent. A large amount of it has to do with the relationship of Cancer to Pegasus. Now, just think of, when I say white fragility, here's Cancer, down here is where Pegasus initiates. When I say white fragility, I'm talking about everybody's teeth. I'm talking about the curb stomp scene, which involved racial horribleness and also teeth being fragile. Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. The great honky-inning happens at Pegasus. Frosty the Snowman was reenacted in the great honky-inning. Think of how Frosty the Snowman was played out by the mounted royal malarkey around the great honky-inning. And when you hear the honk, what do? You freeze. It's Frosty the Snowman technology. Now, this is all animal magnetism. It is boiling down to the goose, also the swan, both of which are so fragile. They're so fragile, and they're alone in the heavens forever. There's only one swan, I think, and there's only one goose, I think. Somebody could disprove me. There's the big sky, right? All of this boils down to this chariot not in its previous positioning. It is landing in its perfect aspect with Fred, who was Fred Flintstone when he was orange, and then it reduces to the ascot that Fred is wearing. And so that is reduced and boiled into Fred of the Shaggy team, that then gets turned into a vessel that the Ghostbusters fill up. So we're tracking this fragility. And your car is fragility, the slightest little fender bender. And guess what? Honk, honk. Frosty the Snowman. What's the last line of that song? It's like thump, thumpity, thump, thumpity, thump, thump. All right. The alchemy of these symbols is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's really something to marvel at. We all have these fragilities. All of us. All of us. You go out in the winter and your beard freezes. We all have it. And that's the season of roots. That's the season of roots when the food is going to run out and you got to dig into the earth to get into the roots because the food might run out. And you might have to kill something to get by. I'm running out of time. I want to really clarify. When I say roots for all of us, I want to be really specific here. Palestine is an anagram for placenta. When they say radical this, radical that, radical means of the root. We get down to the roots. We're fundamentally going to have to change something. Gauze. They dug in your brain and they extracted your family with the gauze for some cause. Well, it's the gaze of the Gaza of the penetration of it all. The penetration of the Gazas. The penetrating gaze of the camera. That's what the individual crazes. And that's what YouTube is a call for jihad, for a craze for witness. A craze for witness. And the witness is wobbly now since Blair Witch. It's an unstable witness. It's not a stable witness. And if it's not a stable witness, you can't trust your own eyes. Ostensible definitions are coming out of the Tetractys. This is profound. I'm realizing that I am a peddler of ostensible definitions, but this is where the power is, because we haven't had access to facts since we chopped King Charles I's head off. Y'all should read Leviathan versus the air pump. The word facts is not what we thought it was, and the word theory is all we got. Peace, y'all.